I'm very much with Jack Ross on this. If it's for your team, then you're going to say it's a penalty all day long. If it's against you, you think it's harsh. I think Ryan Porteous has put his foot out first and foremost. I think he's then read what Kent's trying to do. He tried to pull his foot away, but he's hit him on the ankle, and there's contact. So for the Martin Boyle one in the semi-final, I was very much say it was clever play from Martin Boyle, and I have to say the same thing for Ryan Kent.
Okay, what do you think at home? Give us a call, 08 08 17 17 700. Leanne Crichton, how did you see it then, that moment when he went down?
Yeah, the same as Marv. I think if you look at it and it's for your side, you're thinking excellent penalty. If it's against you, you might think it's soft, but at the end of the day, there's contact. For me, it's a penalty. The laws of the game now, I don't think you can get away from it too much. There's probably occasions over the course of the season that we sit and debate, should it, shouldn't it? For me last night, there was no doubt. Yeah, and I think that's probably why the game played out the way it did. Hibs having Martin Boyle back was a huge threat last night. I think he's always a player that teams are wary now we've gone up against, whether it's a moment of magic or again that bit of trickery inside the box. I think you're always kind of conscious of overcommitting against them. So Hibs have got real quality within their ranks. I think they've been in a poor run of late, and that's probably where also Rangers were erring on the side of caution with the performance. But I think at the end of the day for Rangers, it was all about the 3 points. You can dissect the performance as much as you like, but I know how it feels as a player, especially at this time of the season when there's so many games. I spoke about that. If you can go game to game and continually pick up 3 points, you find yourself in a good place. Momentum is on your side, and that's exactly where Giovanni Van Bronckhorst has got his side just now.
Cammy, 84th minute when you were watching, were you at home or were you at the match?
I was at home watching the
Right.
game.
So what did you think when you saw it in real time, when Ryan Kent was tackled by Ryan Porteous? What was your reaction?
For me, it's a penalty. I think straight away I said it was a penalty. I can understand. I think it always looks worse. You watch it down in replays, you could always say, oh, it's soft and it's this and it's that. But for me, in real time, it's a penalty. Unfortunately, up in Scotland, or maybe fortunately for me last night, we've not got the luxury of VAR, but last night for me, it's a penalty.
Let's hear what the manager of Hibs had to say, Jack Ross, speaking about the penalty. And it's kind of in party lines, isn't it?
I would be claiming for it and wanting it if it was in the opposite box. That doesn't mean to say I think it's a penalty. I know that sounds a bit contradictory, but I think you would ask for it. But having watched it again, obviously at the time I have no idea, I'm so far away. Having watched it again, I think Ryan does pull away. I think there is very little contact. I think it's 50-51 in terms of the referee decides to give it, and obviously unfortunately for us he has.
Marvin, you're not going to reconsider?
No. Again, as I said, I'm with Jack. I think it's one of those, and Leanne said it earlier, there's contact in the box. The player goes down. For me, it's a penalty kick. It's a harsh one, but there's no doubt about it. For me, it's a penalty kick and something I'll definitely be appealing for.
Tell Alexa to launch Go Radio or listen on the Go Radio app.